Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shah. This is Teller Nicholas with the Noble House of St. Nicholas. Today, I want to get into the Hebrew Israelite Wright family, all the Negroes with the surname Wright in the Americas, Caribbean islands, and Europe, and all the Negroes that scatter abroad like Canada and Africa. Before you guys were slaves here in the Americas and the Caribbean islands, you guys was royalty in Europe. You guys was royalty in England, Scotland, and Ireland. Which at one time our last Negro king ruled, King Charles and the Stuarts. Now this is King Charles Stuart, the black boy king of England, circa 1630 to 1685. To remind y'all, the Negroes, the Hebrew Israelites, we ruled the dark ages of Europe for 1,000 years, from 500 AD to 1500 AD. That was prophecy fulfilled in Revelations 20 and 6. And this is Revelations 20 and 6. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second that have no power. But they shall be priests of Yahweh and of Yahweh Shah, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. So from 500 AD to 1500 AD, we ruled with Christ for 1,000 years. In the 1100 AD, we created and stamped these slave surnames, these so-called slave surnames like Wright as the Norman barons. In the 1500s and on, Revelations 20 and 7 through 8 happened. This is Revelations 27 through 8. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth. So when he was let out of his prison, he put us into captivity and stole our names, our land, and whitewashed our history, deceived us, and made us believe our Christ was white, our saints was white, and our dark age surname forefathers was white. But before I get into any more, I want to go into some scripture, all right? This is Isaiah 45 and 4, and it reads, For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me, all right? So now we're going to get into the Hebrew Israelite Wright family history before y'all went into slavery. And remind y'all, the Wright family did not get caught in slavery in Africa. You guys got caught in slavery in Europe as royals and nobles. And this is your history. This is the Wright family's history from England, Scotland, and Ireland. The ancestors of the Wright family derived their name from the Anglo-Saxons, Ritha, which signifies in its wildest sense the same as the Latin faber, a workman of any kind, but more specifically, an artificer in hard materials. Now, we know the Anglo-Saxons means angelic sons of Isaac, all right? Those were Hebrews. The eminent antiquary who bears this surname observes that Smith was the general term for working in metal, and Wright was one who worked in wood and other materials. Hence, in the later English period, Smith because the particular name of a blacksmith and Wright of a carpenter, as it still in Scotland. Now, this is the early origins of the Wright family. The surname Wright was first found in Sussex, where Pateri Lee Rith was listed in the Feat of Fines for 1214. Years later, the same rose, but in 1255. And this time in Essex, listed Robert Lee Rich in 1255. Richard Lee Wright was found in the Aziz rolls for Kent in 1370, and later Hugh Lee Wright in the subsidies roll for Sussex in 1327. Thomas Lee Wright was found in the subsidies rolls for Derbyshire in 1320 something, and Walter Lee Wright in the subsidies roll for Suffolk in 1327. This name is distributed over England, but is comparatively infrequent in the counties on the south coast and in the northern counties north of Yorkshire. It exists in dense set numbers in the counties lying between the Wash and the Thames, being especially numerous in Norfolk, Suffolk, and Essex, and also, but to a less extent, in Cambridgeshire and Hertfordshire. In the Midlands, it is nearly as crowded and has its chief centuries in Warwickshire, Derbyshire, and Leicestershire. etc. It is also very frequent in Lincolnshire and Cheshire, and somewhat less numerous in Lincolnshire and Yorkshire. The Wright have established themselves in Scotland, though in no great numbers, and not usually north of Perthshire. Now, the Wright family, you got notables that y'all could cling to. If all the Wrights in the Americas, Caribbean islands, and Europe do their dark age surname history, all y'all notables will pop up. And then once y'all do that, y'all can all gather up and say, hey, we all come from this notable. And then once y'all do that, y'all come back to the Amashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Keep the commandments and get your blessing. All right, right, family? This is Teller Nicholas with the Noble House of St. Nicholas. I hope the Wright family was edified. Shalom.